Hey team, so in this video I want to show you how you can edit your videos really quickly either on your mobile phone or on your tablet using a video editing app, which is my go-to whenever I'm editing on a mobile device. Now, in order to use this, I am assuming that you've already filmed your content. So you've used the native camera or some other kind of camera app to film the content, and now you're wanting to edit it to either chop off the front or the end, or maybe take some bits out the middle where maybe you made a mistake. So that's the situation that you need to be in. You need to have the content filmed. So there's a few apps which they're like my go-to, and I keep them in a separate folder. Video Leap is the one that I use for all my video editing. You'll see it there. It's the one with the black square with the red rabbit inside it. If you haven't got it, I highly recommend you download it. I think it might be a paid app. It was a long time ago that I downloaded it. I don't think it's massively expensive. Anyway, let me guide you through it and let me show you how to use it really quickly. So click on the Video Leap. You'll then be presented with this screen here. Now, as you create videos, they'll end up in this. You'll end up with little thumbnails here, so you can scroll through and they'll be saved within here. I've just done a clean up, so that's the only reason why there's only one video that I'm currently working on. Then you've got the standard demo project. To do a project, obviously you tap new project. That's fairly obvious. Then you've got a screen that looks like this. Now, whether you're doing it on tablet or whether you're doing it on iPhone, it will be the same. The only difference is the tablet, you'll have more view on the screen. So you'll see down at the bottom here, if I slide left and right, this is your menu down at the bottom. This is the main menu down at the bottom. On an iPad, you just get to see the whole thing. What you want to be interested in is that red square with the white plus sign on it. You tap that. What that will then do is it will open up your photo album whereabouts your video will be saved. What you want to do is click on the video that you want to use. So I'm going to click on this one here, the House of Wellness, the bottom one there. This is just, I've put it in there just so I can show you very quickly. This was a little TV segment that I did. If you've got more than one video that you want to pull in, then what you would do is you would then tap multiple videos and it would drag in more than one video. But for what I'm showing you, we're just going to use one, which is this one here. You then click Add to Project. That then pulls it in. Now, this is what you'll be presented with. It will put the video in its entirety up in front of you. Now, at the present moment in time, this was widescreen TV. It was filmed horizontally, obviously. And so that's the layout that I will have on the screen. Now at the bottom here, you'll see if I slide my finger left and right on that video bar down at the bottom, then it will allow me to scroll through the footage. Now, if I want to fine tune this, if you pinch like you do when you're zooming in on a map or zooming out on a map, what it will do is you'll see it will zoom in and zoom out, which will allow me to fine tune as I scroll backwards and forwards through. So the one little piece of information that you need to remember there is pinching in and out will allow you to zoom in and out so that you can fine tune whereabouts you're going to trim and edit and that kind of thing. So let's say that I want to get rid of this bit here at the beginning, the House of Wellness. I want to take the logo out. So all I would do is I would scroll through until it gets to the point where I want it to start. So just there, let's say that's where I want the video to start. What I would then do, you'll notice at the moment, you've got this toolbox down along the bottom here. If I now tap on the video bar, so not the video itself, but the video bar, so whereabouts I'm sliding left and right, if I just tap on it, it will highlight it in white. If I now go sideways through the tools, you'll see the one, I'll put it in the center of the screen there. It says split. If I now tap split, what it does is it puts a cut in that piece of video. If I now tap that first piece of video, so you'll see there's a split in it there, there's a little black line to show you there's a split. If I tap, you see it just highlights that beginning portion, that first 5 seconds. If I scroll right over to the side now, you'll see it says remove. If I tap remove, it takes that out. So now the beginning has gone. And so you do the same process for the start and then also for the end. So let's say that I'll make this video nice and short just for my demo purposes. Let's say that I wanted to end the video there. Again, I'll just scroll to the place I want to go to, tap on the video bar, find the tool that says split, so hit split, tap on the end, because that's what I want to remove, and then click remove. So you'll see now that I've removed that. Is now down to about a 20-second clip. Now let's say that you make a mistake. You'll notice that down at the bottom left-hand side here, there are two little arrows. One of them is grey and one of them is white. That is your undo and redo button. So let me just show you. If I press undo, you'll notice that that piece of footage that I just taken away, that'll come back in again. See? So it's come back in again. If I press it again, it will take the chop, the blade that I did out. If I press the arrow the other way, the one that's pointing to the right, it will put that cut back in again, and press it again and it will take it back away. So it just allows you to, if you do make a mistake, it allows you to go back. And if you go back too far, it allows you to redo the move that you've just done. Now, as a little extra piece in here, let's just say that I wanted to cut out this bit of this man talking. Now, this whole video flows really well, but for the purposes of demonstration, we'll say that we want to take out the bit of him talking. So let's say that he's just about to start talking. Let's put a split in there. And then let's go to the end of it. He's talking. Oh, he talks quite a long time. Nope, there he goes. He pulls a funny face there, look. But so we go there. And again, tap on the video, make sure it's highlighted, and hit split. If I wanted to now, I could remove this entire center section by doing that. And what it does is it takes out that center section and instantly stitches those two together. So we end up with that. But I don't want to take that out. So let me just undo. So I'm pressing the undo button. So you see the clips come back. Press it again, that chop's gone. And then again, that chop's gone. So there we go. So that's how you edit out the beginning, how you edit out the end, and how you take a bit out the middle if you want to take a piece out of the middle. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because if you want to create the square videos where you have a headline at the top and a subtitles at the bottom, what you want to do is you want to change the canvas size of this video clip. And this is where this app really comes into its own. So make sure that you're not tapped. So you see here I'm tapped on the video, so I've got the video tools. If I tap away from the video, I end up back with the main tools. Now you'll notice right over to the left hand side, there is the one that says canvas. If I click on canvas and then click on format, what it allows me to do is change that screen size. So if I go 1:1, you notice straight away, let me just go back to 16:9, which is what it was originally. But if I go 1:1, watch what happens to the video. A black bar appears at the top and the bottom. So that is now added the top and the bottom banner. You've now created a square video. And this is the reason why it's really good to have all of your videos filmed in widescreen, because it will then instantly add, as soon as you go square, it instantly adds that top and that bottom banner. Now, one thing I do want to show you just very quickly is if I tap on the video and then tap on the video itself with my two thumbs, so with my two thumbs or with my zoom in and out pinchy fingers, I can notice how I can zoom the video in and out. So so if you want to, you can zoom the video in. I'm not going to for this one here, but you can zoom the video in if you wanted to fill up that whole square. But as I say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it exactly as it is. So we've now got our clip that's been edited now in a square frame with a banner at the top and a banner at the bottom. If I now click off of the video, so we'll come back to the main menu, you'll notice the third one in it says text. Click on text, and by using my finger, where it says double tap to edit, if I actually touch that with my finger, you'll see I can just drag it around. So I'm using my finger to drag it around, and you'll notice that, watch the little red line that suddenly pops up. It automatically centralizes it for you as you're dragging it around. It will tell you when it's in center. So drag it up to the top. Now, the one thing I want you to just notice here is if you look back down at the bottom timeline, you'll notice that this yellow bar, so this yellow bar down at the bottom here, that's basically your piece of text. And you'll notice that at the present moment in time, it stops short. And that's because when I added the text, that red vertical line wasn't back at the beginning of the video. So what I'd want to do here is, you see how the end of that yellow block here has got a white sort of end to it with a little yellow arrow inside. If I put my finger on that, I can drag it to extend the length of time. So all I do is I drag it right back to the beginning. So what I want to do now is I want to add in this heading right here. So it's literally as it says, double tap to edit. So I'm double tapping where it says double tap to edit. So double tapping there, and you'll notice that the keyboard then pops up. So then you write your catchy headline, goes in there. Once you're done, click the red tick, and that puts in the catchy headline. Click away from it, and then there you're done. So I've now got a catchy headline. Now, with that catchy headline, you see there's a big T there in what looks like a teardrop. If I tap on that, it highlights it for me again. So I'm highlighting that text. Now you'll notice now at the bottom, if I want to, I can change the color of this text. Now, my advice to you here is have a good old look through, but see, I can change it to blue, I can change it to red, I can change it to pink. Whatever I want to do is possible through that. Once you've done it, again, you just tap off to one side and that does it for you. If you want to do some more stuff on that that headline, you just tap on the T. So I'm tapping off to be able to work on the headline. That T, that teardrop sort of T just down here, tap on it, it will highlight that. And then there's all sorts of different stuff you can do. I only ever really play around with the color. Also the font, you can change the font of it. Like so. Let's just say we go for that now. It's nice and bold. And the only other thing that you want to do is also, if you tap on the T, highlights it. If I use my thumbs or my pinchy fingers again, I can change the size of it like so. So I can really fill up the entire screen. So that is how you edit. So how you chop off the front, the end, and also take out any bits in the middle that you want to get rid of. Then how you change the canvas size to make it go square. So you go to the 1:1, and then you add in your text. And then you can change the color, you can change the font, and you can use your pinch in and out to change the size of it. What you can also do, so you can have more than one layer of text. If I wasn't going to put in subtitles, which I highly recommend that you do, but if I wasn't going to put in subtitles, if I was to press text again, you see text comes up. I could drag that there down to the bottom and double tap to edit. So double tap again. I could put in some emojis if I wanted to. So let's just say I put a bunch of smiley emojis. I can then resize them again. And now watch what happens here. Because we've now created an extra layer by putting the emojis and also having the other one. If I tap the T between the two, you'll notice how the red box is changing. That just allows me to switch between which one I want to work on. So if I wanted to work on the emojis and make them smaller, I tap there. If I wanted to then make the headline smaller, I'd re-tap the T again so I can move it around. So let's bring up that. In actual fact, let's get rid of the emojis. So if I wanted to, now I've got the emojis highlighted. If I want to get rid of them, just click remove and then they're gone, but it still leaves me with my headline. One extra thing that I want to show you is this down at the bottom. So make sure that you're on the main menu, so tap away so you're not highlighting any text or any video. Click on audio, and there are some standard music that comes with it. And I think this might have to be if you've bought the paid version. But let's just say we want to add in some background music to make your video more interesting. You could just choose one, and you can preview them all by clicking the little triangle. But click download. Apparently I've got no internet, but hang on, it's because I've gone to airplane mode. And so if I were to add in some music, I could then add in some soft inspiring background. It would then download that piece of music, does it pretty quick. That would be then straight in there. And what you can do here with the music is, as you play it back through,
Welcome back. Well, we're into the festive season now, aren't we? And we're heading into what is a pretty busy social time. For some, of course, this means it's time to brush up on our conversation skills.
Oh, yes, it is.
Anyway, that's way too much noise going on there. But that's how you add music in as well if you wanted to. Now, one thing that I will show you here, because that music track is 2 minutes 20, my track is only 20 seconds long, is if I now zoom out like this. So we zoom right out. I'm obviously, at the present moment in time, that audio track has made the video really long. So if I just grab the end of it and slide backwards, you'll find it will automatically kind of jump. It will have this natural thing. You can almost sort of see that it's kind of dropping in there. And you can also then hit the fade right in the center there, hit the fade, So that will fade out. So it is as simple as that for adding a piece of music as well. So once we've done this, we then need to export it. So up at the top right hand side, you'll see export. So I click export, choose your resolution. For most internet things, you could go 720 if you want to. Just out of habit, I go for 1080 and then click save. And it will then export the project. Now, it's very important that you don't close down video, you leave it exactly as it is. Pretty quick, it was only 20-second video. So that's now exported. That is now done. I've now got a video with a catchy headline and some background music to it. So if I now go back into my photographs, you will see that that video is now there. There it is in all of its glory. So now what we want to be doing is we want to be adding in captions. So I'm going to show you how to do this very quickly. I'll go back into this is the next app that I use that allows me to put captions on the go, on the phone. Now, I would say that this app it's the best one that I have found. The voice recognition isn't 100%, so there will be a little bit of work that you have to do, but it can all be done on the phone. So you go into Mixed Captions. As soon as you go into Mixed Captions, tap on New Project. What you then do is you choose the video. So we already know that it's this one up here, the top left, catchy headline. Click on that one there. That'll then bring it in. You will then want to click, once you've got it in to the Mixed Captions app, you then want to click on Use. So top right-hand corner, you'll see Use. Click Use. It then loads it in. Down at the bottom, you'll see you've got the options of Captions, Watermark, Adjust. I've never used Watermark, never used Adjust, because I only ever use this purely for captions. So I click on Captions, and it will then, let me just show you what happens. So I obviously, because it's my voice, English Australia, but look at all the different options that you've got of voices. So if you have got a bit of an accent, then you'd go for one of those because it's going to recognize your voice easier. You'll notice in the center there it says generate captions. Now, just to explain this to you, you'll notice up in the top left hand corner there's like a stopwatch with 5345. That is how much credit I have bought in order to create captions, and it's not very expensive. I think it's like $7 whenever you want to buy a whole bunch more credit. In order to generate captions for this one, it's going to cost me 20 credits, so basically 20 seconds. So I click generate captions, and what it will do is you'll see down at the bottom it says preparing audio. Now, because this is a 20-second clip, it shouldn't take too long to do this. And it goes requesting transcription. So what it's done is it's processed your audio and it's now sending it off online, and now AI is going through that and working out what it is that you have said, and it's then making up a transcribe, and you'll see it's done it there. What you'll then want to do is to play your video back through. So you click it back through. And
welcome back. Well, we're into the festive.
And you'll see then, he said, well, we're into the festive season. It says when the festive season. So all you need to do is, if it isn't quite right, if there's a couple of words that are wrong, you just tap on the one that isn't quite right. So I'm going to tap on where it says welcome back, well, comma, when the festive season. I tap on that one. And I literally just go in and just adjust the text to what it actually says. I can't even remember. I think it was like, we are about to enter the festive season. I think that's what he said. I'm not 100% sure. Wasn't really listening. But then you just click tick when it's right, and that gives you the new text. And you just keep going through. And if there's another one that's wrong, you just adjust it. Once you're done, so you've gone through them all, you've checked it all. You then click done. Go save and share. Save to your camera roll. Obviously, you can put it straight out to Facebook and Twitter. I'd always put it into my camera roll and post it up independently. So click done. Now, if you look back through, what we'll now find is in my photo album, I now have two versions of the video. You got one without subtitles, and then you have one with subtitles. It is as simple as that. So those two apps, let me just show you the two apps again, just in case you want to, if you need them, to go off and get them. Video Leap is what you want to use to edit. Mixed Captions is what you want to do to add captions. just so you know, that Spark Post, that's how I create any static posts that I do, or I add in text and that kind of thing over the top. If I'm creating video thumbnails, then I will use Spark Post. But for video editing, Video Leap and Mixed Captions are the two that I use. And that is after you've done all of the filming. If you've got any questions on that, then please leave them in the comments below or shoot me a message and I will try to answer them. Hopefully that has all made sense. It's been probably a reasonably long recording, but at the same time, I think it's relatively simple. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.